I'm gonna just let y'all know right now that I don't really do good with unplanned, on the spot videos. This is like my sixth time I'm restarting this video because I get anxiety when I am striving to present an idea, and I get like stuck. You know what I mean? And I just feel embarrassed, and it just causes me to be anxious. That's why a lot of the times, like, I have to have out a full layout when I make a video, because sometimes I just can't go into it and express what I need with clarity. But on to the video, okay? Can I just mention something right quick? I'm ready for the summer and the spring to come my way. You know what I mean? Because all this cold weather and jackets and being outside for 5 minutes and come back in with frostbite, it's not my thing. It's not my thing. Like, I miss the summer fruits, how sweet and decadent they are. Like the breeze and the heat, and yeah, I just miss summer. But to get to the point of this video, as you can see from the title, is about the book Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. No, I have not finished reading the book yet. I've had the book since 2016. I'm sorry I did all that stuttering. Since 2016. And the furthest I probably gotten this book is probably like page 2. But now that I've actually picked it back up, because it's been confirmation after confirmation. I've seen the book, you know, a lot more, in the last 2-3 weeks than I have in the last year. So, unconsciously, I grabbed the book, not realizing that maybe that was confirmation for me to do it. But I picked it back up, and now I'm on page 25. And I'm at crossroads right now because of this altar work that I have to do. I'm new to African spirituality in totality, like many of us are, because growing up we weren't taught these things for a reason. And if you want to know what this book is about, in essence, it is a guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit. Sacred Woman. And Queen of Food is written by Queen of Food, and in this book, she teaches you about our ancestors, like our ancestors, like the elders of this earth, like the beginning of civilization. The divine source, enter NTR, literally, and also the NTRU, which I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Is it NTRU? Would it be pronounced that? I'm not sure, but it just speaks on the spiritual ways of melanated beings, the beginning of our spirituality, and it connects us back to our ancestral ways through prayer, through meditation, through altar work, through the healing foods, through dance, through music, through unity, through love, like through all of these things. And especially, again, it's because it's Sacred Woman. It it speaks on the important role that us women have to play, and the connection in which we've been disconnected from as a woman, and why it is important for us to be in divine alignment with ourselves so that we can be in divine alignment with the divine. The inter the I was about to say the all. I forgot how she worded it, the one and all. I forgot how she worded it, but what most would say today as God. And this altar work situation, right? Okay, so basically, like, you have to have a couple pictures. One picture would be if I'm trying to flip to the page, says your spiritual guardian. picture of an ancestor, picture of sacred self, picture of an elder, picture of contemporary. Now, my whole thing with the ancestor picture, yes, I could use a picture of Ost or, Mayat or whatever, you know, um, Kemetic ancestor I want. But I would think when you say ancestor, I would think you would mean like somebody close to you in lineage, like an aunt or, an uncle or, somebody like that. So the closest person that I could think to me that's now, transitioned over that's an ancestor, or what I would consider, to be one of my close ancestors is my great grandmother. The thing about this is that when you place an ancestor or a spiritual guide, because I don't know who would be my spiritual guardian. Like the only person I could think to use as a spiritual guardian would be one of the divine aspects, like Ast or Asur or Mayat, somebody like that, like, because I know that they represented, they were an expression of the inter. So it just gives me anxiety when I think about it because, okay, say if I was to use my great grandma, the whole thing about that, which, conflicts me, is because I, I, I was young, when she passed away. But even while she was here, I was still young. So I didn't really, understand and make the connection of how important, your ancestors and your elders are. So I didn't spend a lot of time with her. I don't know much about like her personality or like her intentions or like her spirit. You know what I mean? And that's not to say like she's a bad person. But I just don't know like who she is as a person in her essence. So to place a person on an altar that you kind of know nothing about, and you're doing ancestral work, in the spirit realm, and because she's transitioned over, like I don't know, I just feel weird about that because, like I said, I don't know her essence. I don't know her energy, and I've never gotten any bad vibes about her. Like while I've been around, but I don't know her struggle or her mindset or her morals and things like that while she was on this realm. So to place her on an altar, and do spiritual work with her, not knowing any like real detail about her, it's kind of bothersome. So for anybody who has done an ancestral altar or who has engaged in the sacred woman and has done an ancestral altar through that, did you improvise? Like, did you leave certain things off? If you did, were the results, did you still receive results? Like, did it still work for you? And if you have done an altar through Sacred Woman, have you done it the way that it's supposed to be originally done? And then tried it the way, like, tried it with, okay, this is what I'm trying to say. If you've done Sacred Woman and you set up your altar the way that Queen Afua suggests, did you receive what you needed? And then if you have done it that way, when you maybe done an altar or you maybe got more, advanced and had more experience with it, have you improvised your altar any? Like take, certain elements off and, replace certain pictures or, have you done anything different the second time and did it affect it in any way, negative or positive? But yeah, that's the only concern I have. But I'm really excited to get into Gateway Zero because I feel like I've just been kind of stagnant lately, and I'm just stuck in this cycle of weakened discipline, and it's really aggravating. It's really very fucking frustrating. Because I know I have the potential. I know that I have the drive and determination, but it's just like something is just like weighing me down. Personally, I feel like it's myself. Um, there's something within me that I'm holding on to, and I have fear of actually letting go. And something that just is weighing me down to the point where it keeps me comfortable. And a lot of times I'm okay with that. A lot of the times, like everything, every reason, and choice, for my betterment goes out the window when I am faced with temptation. And in that in that example, I'm speaking in terms of holistic foods. And my way of changing my lifestyle is this has definitely been a challenge for me. And I'm sifting my way through it. And I definitely feel like Sacred Woman is going to be that tool in which is going to help assist me to break all of these things that have me in bondage. I could go on and on talking on this subject, and I feel like I'm boring, and I feel like if somebody was watching this video, like they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, like her voice is dragging." But I have to talk low because my grandma in the living room, and I can't talk about these kind of things out loud with people who just don't get it. Because let's be honest, you can't say everything to everybody, and everybody don't need to hear what you got to say, especially those who can't relate. That think you're weird or you worshiping like evilness, or the ignorant, basically, that are in ignorance. But yeah, if anybody resonates, or if anybody got through this 13 minute, it's 12 right now, but it's gonna be 13-minute video, and you resonate with anything that I said, drop me a comment below. Because I like finding like minds so that you just don't feel left out. Like you feel understood. Like, yeah. So yeah. That was I'm just, see what I mean? Can't get the words out in the time. Like it's anxiety all throughout this video. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right now. If you're reading Queen Afua, if you have read it, drop me a comment below. Let me know how life changing it was, because I hear that it's a life changing book. And once you dive in and explore, your life is never the same after that. So with that being said, I'm gonna update you guys as I get through the book, and the updates will probably be on my bigger camera, especially if I lay out a video in specific to everything that I've learned and how I'm gonna go about doing this and all this type of stuff. I'll keep you all updated throughout this process. So yeah, peace, love, and light.